Balance is one of the most important skill sets in business and life. I told you that last week, and we're revisiting that idea again today. We did episode 1 last week. We're doing episode 2 this week of reviewing the 24-part series Balance on the Saturday Morning Hustle was bonus content that we did in 2021 and 2022 that addressed issues that challenge all entrepreneurs, business owners, decision makers, career builders, is how to balance seemingly contradictory viewpoints and ideas in business and personal life. More than just a work-life balance, this was an examination of this or that scenarios. Today, we will do a brief review of season 2 that we did in 2022. All the topics, give you an idea of what each one of those episodes sounded like, and allow you to check them out for yourself. The link to every one of those episodes is in the show notes, so make sure you check that out. It's Saturday, I'm in the office.
It's Saturday, I'm in the office. You know what that means, the Saturday Morning Hustle Podcast. No hyperbolic hustle culture, just brutally honest, straightforward business advice and motivation every Saturday for entrepreneurs, business owners, or anyone pursuing success. You can't just work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and hope to become the next big thing. You gotta work smart, work hard, put in extra effort while everyone else is sleeping, playing games, or wasting time. Maximize bonus time to get more work done. This podcast is for anyone willing to come in early, stay late, hustle on the weekend to be truly great.
Just like part 1 of this special review last week, where we reviewed season 1, episodes 1 through 12, today we're going to review season 2, episodes 13 through 24. All of these were recorded in 2022. So here we go. Episode 13 started off season 2. Mentoring others versus being mentored. How do you balance being a mentor and mentoring others? And it's something that people don't like to talk about a lot, being mentored to and mentoring other people. They feel like maybe they're not ready to mentor others, and they don't always want to admit when they need help from other people. But realize this, I had this conversation over coffee recently, and it really struck home with the person I was talking to. Everyone in life is on a career and a success journey. They're on a path. And wherever you are in that journey, on that path, there are people much further ahead of you and much further behind you. And so you can learn and be inspired to be motivated by people who have achieved more, and you can be an inspiration and motivational and educational and enlightening for the people who are behind you, have not achieved what you have achieved because of their age or experience level, etc. So don't be uncomfortable being seen as a mentor and finding mentors for yourself, whether it's official where you ask them to be your mentor and you have specific conversations, or you simply take their advice and their input and you watch their career, etc., and do that for other people as well. So mentoring while being mentored to, and how to balance these ideas by finding the part of the path you're on, who's ahead of you and who has not made it to as far as you've made it so far. That's episode 13. Episode 14, telling the client or a boss what they need to hear versus what they want to hear. Now, you might think to yourself, you need to tell the boss what they want to hear, because if you make the boss mad or the client unhappy, you could lose the job, lose the client, lose the opportunity. But if you always tell them what they want to hear and never what they need to hear, you're never fixing problems, you're never providing solutions, you're never moving forward, and you're never being successful. So, what is the balance of when you could tell the boss or the client what they want to hear and make them happy, and how much balance is that with what they need to hear sometimes makes them unhappy, makes them mad in the moment, but is factual and structurally correct and what they need to hear in order for them to be successful and for you to be successful. Now, episode 15, this is a long title, but you're going to dig this one. Collaboration versus an idealistic visionary versus not giving a about anyone else's opinion at all. Where in that range? What is the balance of looking for input from others, from learning from others, letting the market or the audience or your customer or other people on your team dictate decision-making, collaborative, versus being an idealistic visionary, someone who has an idea, who has a vision, and is going to drag people along with your idea, with your vision, to guide them from ahead, or someone who simply does not care about anyone else's opinion, anyone else's input, what the customer wants, what your competitors are doing, what the market opportunities are. They simply are there to make things the way they need to make them. If they need to disrupt, break, or otherwise do what is necessary. Where is the balance? All of these are leadership styles. All of them have resulted in success and failure. How do you apply these things to your life, and how do you balance when you need to be collaborative and looking for input, when you need to set the vision and lead, and when you just need to ignore everyone else and follow your gut? That's an interesting topic. I think you'll enjoy checking that one out. Episode 16, self-improvement versus market competition. When do you lead your brand, your business, your self-brand, your entity through what's best for you and what can benefit you and what feels natural and is following your passion, balanced with finding the opportunities in the market, competing with others, and positioning yourself to be successful? When do you let the market dictate what will make you successful? And when do you do what you need to do, what makes you feel successful? Where is the balance? Check out that episode as well. Episode 17, your marketing strategy versus a product fit. This was a little bit more on the nose with business. But when can you create a strategy? When can you create a plan? When can you position and organize and move your product into a market or in front of consumers who maybe have not considered it? And when do you need your product, your service, what it is you're doing to fit the opportunity the market presents to you? Similar to the last one, but a little bit different in approach. So probably check out both of those episodes together. Episode 18, almost skipped one, 18, market demand versus disruption. You see a trend we're going here. This one fits in the other two, along with the other two as well. When do you provide what the market is looking for, do what others are doing, but just doing it in a different way? And when do you break all the rules? When do you disrupt? When do you find a better way, a alternative? When do you become something different? And where is that opportunity? And where is the balance in providing people what they want and maybe providing them something they didn't know they needed? Also along those same ideas is episode 19, your business plan versus protocol versus strategy versus tactics. You need to understand the differences between plans, protocol, strategy, and tactics, when to use them, how to use them, and how to balance these different ideas that people often confuse and do wrong or in the wrong order, or they ignore one over the other. That episode will definitely go along with the last three we discussed, again, in ways you can run and operate your business, in focusing on your strengths and your opportunities, trying to mitigate your weaknesses, etc. So check out episode 19. Episode 20, in-house versus third party. When do you need to hire someone, have someone on staff, whether it's for your accounting, for your legal, for your product development, for your marketing? And when can you hire an ad agency or a PR firm or an accounting service, or hire a service to do your hiring so you don't even have to have HR in-house? When is it beneficial to have it in-house? When is it beneficial to hire it out? There's a ton of gray area there and a lot of balance necessary. Interesting conversation on that one as well. Episode 21, Imposter Syndrome. That's the episode. That's the title. That's the topic. It's a very popular one. I've shared this one many times on social media. It always gets a great response. All the rest of these are A, balanced with B. This is simply imposter syndrome. What is it? How do you deal with it? How do you get past it? And how do you embrace it a little bit to motivate you to be better? So there's a lot of aspects to imposter syndrome. I think we all go through it. At the end of the day, it's self-fabricated. It's really bullshit, but we all have it in our head. So how do we balance not letting imposter syndrome keep us from doing things that we want to do and to be successful, also being an actual imposter or doing things that we're not ready for or that not capable of? Where is that balance? So check out episode 21, Imposter Syndrome. Episode 22, do you want to be the smartest person in the room, or are you in the wrong room? You've heard a lot of people say, don't ever be the smartest person in the room. I think that's a load of crap. Perfectly comfortable with being the smartest person in the room on occasion. Not every time, because then you're in the wrong room. You need to challenge yourself, but again, you can challenge others, much like the conversation about mentoring. There are times you're the smartest person in the room, you're the most accomplished, you have the most experience. There are plenty of times where you are second or third or fifth or 100th or 200th or 7,000th in the room. But how do you balance being a leader and being one of the top people in the room, leading the conversation, being forward thinking, and then making sure you're getting into rooms that challenge you, that allow you to expand yourself and move yourself forward? Where is the balance? Episode 23, management versus economic reality versus guidance via vision versus mission and values. I know that's a long title. That's a lot of elements that we're balancing here. But how much do you manage a process? How much do you pay attention to the competition, to the market, to the economic realities? Sales are up, sales are down. Someone is doing better than you. Someone is not doing as well as you are. How much can you guide this process by being a strong leader, by having a strong vision, by bringing people along with you, whether things are going well or not? And how far is too far in that pursuit? And then ultimately, can you guide by having a mission and bringing your values and doing things the way you want to do things in a variety of ways, from leadership through every aspect of a business, versus the balance of those economic realities and the ability to manage or control the process? There's a huge conversation there about how to balance all these factors and find the system and the process and the balance that makes sense for you, your leadership style, your organization, and the economic realities of it, etc. And then finally, the last episode, episode 24, simple question: can you balance everything? Should we be even trying to balance? Is it a work-life balance issue? Is it work-life integration? What is the approach to finding balance in decision-making, in process, and in execution? It's all right there in episode 24. That is a review of season 2 of the Balance series, the bonus content from the Saturday Morning Hustle. Check them out. All the links to episodes are in the show notes before. Season 1 was discussed last week. You can still find that on social media. You can still find it on all your favorite podcast platforms if you want to review any of those episodes. Check out 24 episodes of Balance, the bonus content series from the Saturday Morning Hustle, because finding balance, mastering the skill of balance, is that important.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. Leave a comment, leave a review, share with a friend. We really appreciate that. Follow and engage on social media, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and the Saturday Morning Hustle Facebook fan page. All the info, all the past episodes, all the Saturday Morning Hustle, Entrepreneur AF, Coffee and Donut flag is at SaturdayMorningHustle.com. See you next week.